You know, when Prasad Saab always puts up, this is the third time we are literally hearing. Gujarat में पहले सुना grid code. It was published by all newspapers. I must tell you, this grid code issue. In fact, Economic Times carried an article, and today also morning we were discussing. मतलब जो हम हिंदी में कहते हैं कान में जूं तक नहीं रहेंगी है. That is the situation. मतलब किसी ने कुछ नहीं किया है. What I mean to say. And I have been seeing the regulator himself is escaping answering me the question. The central regulator. 4 times I've asked him for an interview. He has been avoiding. On this issue, he does not want to give an interview. That's the situation. Agarwal sir, you can come here, sir.
नमस्कार. ये टेक्निकल जो जितना भी हम हाइड्रो के बारे में बोलते हैं, जनरली माय पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंसेस ऑफ operation and maintenance of the projects and construction of the projects, on the basis of which I can definitely say that the one part is, major part is, 2 major parts are there. One is understanding the technical requirements of hydro. What has been explained by my guru, Yogen Prasad ji. Yes, perhaps covered almost all the technical requirements and technical necessity of development of hydro. But at the same time, when we talk of hydro, we should not confine only to the hydro, कि hydro power है सब. Hydro power से जो general public को जो message जाना चाहिए, what is the necessity of hydro, that should also be made clear. पब्लिक को ये इम्प्रेशन जाता है दैट NHPC, THDC, all these organizations, they are making the profit, they are creating problems in the environment, they are employing, giving profits to their employees. उनके दिमाग में एक चीज़ बैठ गई है कि साहब ये जो जितने भी हाइड्रो बनाने वाले हैं ये सब हम लोगों के दुश्मन हैं, हम लोगों के लिए प्रॉब्लम खड़ी करते हैं, हमारी जमीन उठा के ले जाते हैं, फिर जमीन हमें वापस नहीं देते, वगैरह वगैरह. लास्ट टाइम आई एडेड वन थिंग दैट इन केस यू सिंपली एड विद दिस हाइड्रो वाटर इशू. व्हाई वाटर इशू? कैन यू सर्वाइव विदाउट वाटर? इन केस यू कैन सर्वाइव, यू कैन नॉट एड, बट यू कैन नॉट सर्वाइव. So holistic approach of hydro development should be there. अगर उसके बाद भी उनके किसी के समझ में नहीं आता कि भाई हाइड्रो की क्या नेसेसिटी है जनरल पब्लिक के लिए, मैं आई एम टॉकिंग ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ जनरल पब्लिक, अंडरस्टैंडिंग बाय द जनरल पब्लिक, नॉट टेक्निकल, बिकॉज टेक्निकल पीपल आर हियर, दे हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन्ड मेनी थिंग्स. आप सिंपली जो हमारे स्टोरेज डैम्स हैं इंडिया के, उनको 2 दिन के लिए बंद करके देख लीजिए. 2 दिन के लिए सिंपली बंद कर दिए, कहिए कि अगर आपको पावर ही इतनी प्यारी है, थर्मल से, न्यूक्लियर से, सब जगह से मिल जाएगी, स्टॉप, वी आर स्टॉपिंग दीज 2 डैम्स और सिंपली क्लोज भाखड़ा ब्यास, नथिंग एल्स. व्हाट विल बी द इम्पैक्ट? जनरल पब्लिक शुड बी मेड अवेयर. एजुकेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट instead of closed door discussion. Bhakra Vyas alone giving water for irrigation, catering about 8% land of irrigable area, catering the demands of about 30 million people for drinking water and irrigation. And in case you work out the economy of this water alone, or in the terms of agro products, in the terms of milk production or oil seeds production, it works out to close to $21 billion annual. पावर की कीमत तो हमारे यहाँ की 4-5 हज़ार करोड़ है कुल, लेकिन अगर ये सब बंद हो जाता है तो ये तो मैंने डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट बताया, विच इज कंट्रीब्यूटिंग टू अवर GDP. Roughly 1.3% of GDP. This is the contribution of water from BBMB projects alone. इस तरह का कंट्रीब्यूशन कोई ऐसी पावर नहीं है जहां से मिलेगा. जहां स्टोरेज डैम नहीं होते। सो वी आर नाउ गिव more emphasis when we talk about hydro for the general public water. Why again I add few things. Fresh water availability. India's position is today, we are having only 4% of the world fresh water to support provide food security, energy security and water security. इस तरह की सिक्योरिटी कोई भी ऐसी पावर नहीं है दुनिया में जो इस तरह की सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करती है। दिस इज ओनली हाइड्रो एंड हाइड्रो विच इज प्रोवाइडिंग सच टाइप ऑफ सिक्योरिटी। कमिंग टू द थर्मल, वी से दैट थर्मल, जैसे प्रसाद साहब ने बताया कि आप कहीं भी लगा सकते हैं, कहीं तो आप लगा लेंगे, बट द वे आवर डिमांड इज गोइंग अप, from where to supply water? In case you close Bhakra Byas projects, even 5,000 megawatt thermal cannot be operated because which is in Haryana and Punjab में जो थर्मल को पानी मिल रहा है ना, वो BBMB के प्रोजेक्ट्स की रेगुलर सप्लाई की वजह से 5,000 मेगावाट वो भी आपका साफ हो जाएगा। Even solar thermal is dependent on continuous supply of water. Besides thermal, nuclear also we need some quantity of water. So, to make it more viable, more user friendly, people should be educated, not that we educate ourselves. आदमियों को यह पता होना चाहिए कि उनको क्या क्या फायदा मिलने वाला है, क्या क्या नहीं मिलेगा। ये तो वो सब बोल ही रहे हैं कि हमारी जमीन गई, हमारा एरिया सबमर्ज हो गया। जहां तक एरिया सबमर्ज होने की बात है, सिमिलर एक्सरसाइज कैन बी डन बाय अदर प्रोजेक्ट्स। आई एम ट्राइंग टू डेवलप द डाटा। आई एम सॉरी इन दिस फॉर दिस सेमिनार आई एम नॉट हैविंग डाटा, बट फ्रॉम दिस BBMB प्रोजेक्ट्स बी सबमर्ज अबाउट 400 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर, लेकिन इससे जो हमने रिक्लेम किया वो मोर देन 800 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर है। जो फ्लड प्लेन था 8 किलोमीटर तक था, वो 2 किलोमीटर से कम आ गया। तो इस तरह का जो फायदा है, ये हमने बना तो लिया, स्टोरेज डैम हमने बहुत बनाया, लेकिन सो फार नो डाटा इज अवेलेबल, कंप्रेहेंसिव डाटा इज अवेलेबल दैट व्हाट आर द वेरियस बेनिफिट्स provided by each of such storage projects. So I will request CBIP that they may develop such type of some data which could be supplied to all so that they can understand. Environment की कोई problem नहीं आती है ऐसी। People say that geological problems are involved in hydro. Now I put simple question to the geologist. अगर हाइड्रो की इतनी प्रॉब्लम आती है, अक्रॉस द अदर साइड चाइना इज सिटिंग, वहां पे प्रॉब्लम क्यों नहीं आती? वहां पे भी हिमालय है, वहां पर भी तिब्बत है, सब कुछ है। कैन वी से विद सर्टेनिटी कि भगवान ने जियोलॉजिकल प्रॉब्लम से भारत के हिस्से में दी, बाकी कहीं नहीं थी? इन केस वी से कि नहीं साहब हमारे यहां फिर भी ज्यादा है, then take example of Worldly Sea Link. I think it is hardly 7 kilometer. We took more than 9 years to construct. Similar sea link was constructed by China. More than 14 kilometer, double of the size, and they completed in less than 4.5 years time. So in the name of geology, when construction is not there, then we put major blame on the geology, major blame on the environmentalist. Environmentalist के लिए प्रॉब्लम क्यों आती है? क्योंकि बिकॉज दे आर ऑल्सो नॉट वेरी मच क्लियर, नॉट एजुकेटेड कि उनको क्या चीज इससे मिल रही है और क्या चीज नहीं मिलेगी। दे पुट ऑल द नेगेटिव थिंग्स एंड वी आर generous to accept all those negative things and try to defend ourselves instead of educating. Hydro are generally in the remote areas, generally. So as per me, general area, remote areas are having different sort of problem, every area, different sort. In case you go in the northeast, northeast is having dominated by the tribals. Tribals are having their unique characteristic. उनके यहाँ जो ट्राइबल का लीडर है, ही इज द किंग. अगर आपने सीएम को भी बोल दिया कि ये काम करवाना है तो सीएम कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा until unless that tribal leader is involved. Because I headed Arunachal Pradesh Subansiri and I became the most successful person because of these reasons that I tried to educate the people. So local leaders, local environmentalists and tribals all should be involved. एक छोटा सा मैं आपको एग्जाम्पल दूंगा कि वाई एजुकेशन इज सो इम्पोर्टेंट. यू रिकॉल द डेज ऑफ महाभारत. उसमें जब दोनों सेना खड़ी हो गई तो उसके बाद में वो अर्जुन कहता मैं तो लड़ाई नहीं करता जी. नॉट ही वॉज द वाइजेस्ट पर्सन ऑफ दैट टाइम एंड to explain importance of the war at that time, Krishna had to explain complete Gita. So we should not forget such type of thing that in the history, in the epics, we are having example कि education for the area, education of the self, then education to the stakeholders who are affected is why so much important. As regards policy on hydro, definitely lot many things are to be done. We should ask the policy makers that why, because we have to make it economically viable also. Why no feed-in tariff for hydro? No RECs or RPOs for hydro. Then excise duty, custom duty for the mega projects available, but only for the electromechanical component, which constitute not even 30% of the cost of the project. So 70% is still unattended. And no peaking tariff. In case we take some of the things to the political brush, perhaps hydro can improve something. As regards importance of this hydro, we can also include that even European Union signed a political directive 2020 means they say that we should reduce greenhouse gases by 20% by the year end 2020, enhance renewable by 20% and enhance energy efficiency by 20%. So this is not our agreement. This is the even European Union have understood the importance of hydro along with other renewable sources of energies. Sometimes we feel that approach road is very difficult. This is also required to be addressed by the policy makers, that who would bear the cost of the road, because not only the developer is getting the benefit, others are also getting benefit. Friends, we have to holistically develop it, and we should, for each and every project, we should have social cost benefit analysis. Social cost benefit analysis is one of the tools, maybe other tools, which can explain to the locals that what is the cost of to the society and what are the various benefits to the society. ये सारे अगर हम जब तक नहीं बताते हैं किसी भी सोसाइटी को तब तक उसकी समझ में नहीं आता. Secondly, when after developing of the projects, we should not leave in continually explaining to the people कि हमारे इस प्रोजेक्ट के क्या क्या फायदे हुए हैं और आपको क्या क्या मिल रहा है. Now Tehri has been constructed, but after construction of Tehri, people have forgotten that what has been the impact of Tehri. People say कि उत्तराखंड में साहब जो बाढ़ आई वो तो डैमों की वजह से आई. अरे भाई केदारनाथ के ऊपर कौन सा डैम बना हुआ है? कश्मीर में कौन सा डैम है? दिस इज द नेचुरल फिनोमेना. टेहरी के लोगों का ये काम है कि साहब टेहरी ने कितनी बाढ़ बचाई, उसकी पब्लिसिटी ज्यादा होनी चाहिए कि ऋषिकेश हरिद्वार आज होता ही नहीं. इवन 2000 में व्हेन फ्लड्स वर देयर, हैड भाखड़ा वाज नॉट देयर, ये आज पंजाब होता ही नहीं. बिकॉज 15 मीटर वाटर राइज वाज देयर विद इन ए स्पैन ऑफ 24 hours. Only due to this Bhakra coming.
Half of the Punjab would have been a khadar still.
And coming to the development of hydro, we should not forget that what are the activities carried out by China. As per the reports, China is constructing 3 major dams on the other side of India, and जियाशा, जियाक्षु एंड दागो. अगर ये इस तरह के डैम ये बनाने लग गया वो चाइना, सो दे विल बी हैविंग द फर्स्ट राइट. एंड इन केस दे आर सक्सेसफुल, आपका जो इंडिया का 2000 बिलियन क्यूबिक मीटर पानी है उसका 10% तो ऐसे ही साफ हो जाएगा. एंड ब्रह्मपुत्र का जो 600 बिलियन क्यूबिक मीटर पानी है उसमें से 200 बिलियन क्यूबिक मीटर पानी आपका साफ हो जाएगा. जस्ट सी व्हाट वुड बी द सिचुएशन. अय्यर साहब ने कहा कि जी हमारे हिसाब से अरुणाचल वगैरह में 1,50,000 है. हम कहते हैं 50,000 में इतनी परेशानी हो रही है और उसको भी डेवलप हम नहीं करना चाहते. और अगर हम इसी तरह से करते रहे तो 50,000 के हम 5,000 भी नहीं कर पाएंगे. Because water will not be available. Most of the water would be diverted by China. And nobody is serious that what is going to happen. Hydro, people say difficult. Now I ask, in case so difficult, China is having now 280,000 megawatt of hydro potential. And they are planning to enhance this capacity to the level of 4.2 lakh megawatt in another 5-6 years. Total capacity already years of 0.5 lakh. Why are they doing so? They are backing down number of thermal plants. Number of thermal plants they are backing down. They are preserving their natural resources. In case they consume the coal, gas, the way plants are there, after 200 years, even they will be fuel-starved country. And India, people say the way today coal reserves are used, they will be having about 300 years of reserves. But what will happen in case coal power goes up by another 50 to 60%? Though plan is that 8 lakh megawatt power should be there by 2032. So other land and other issues are also there. Those will be covered in case time permit. Thank you very much.
In fact, see, we have to be indebted to the Bhakra, because now we'll know when I discuss, we were just discussing that we called it India Hydro Awards, not India Hydropower. I remind again, I need to call Giri Saab now, Awadh Giri Saab. Please, sir, your time.
Good afternoon. I'm aware. Good afternoon, the gentlemen of the dais and the ladies and gentlemen in the audience. Before I go on to say what I wanted to say, I would like to comment on a few things which I spoken earlier. Not as a contest, not as a competition, but as a compliment. One, about the assessment studies. The assessment studies were made in earlier decades when the sense of economy was socialistic. When the productivity of money was driven by accounts, not by wealth. And when the technocracy was excellent and it had not yet become the bureaucracy. Today, the biggest bureaucracy in our country is the technocracy. Technocracy obstacles everything else that goes on in the country because that is their time and their chance to show that they are important. Gentlemen, I'm making a very profound statement which we all need to reflect upon and think. Is the technocracy doing what it should be doing, or it is doing something which should not be doing to glamorize itself? I'll leave you with that thought. Very elaborately, very passionately, and very diligently, the gentleman who spoke earlier to me talked about the grand things of hydro. We all know that. We have heard that a million times. It's been said that it must be communicated. The goodness of hydropower must be communicated. Before I elaborate on this point, I'd like you to recall what Vidyasagar, the famous poet from Eastern India, said. It is always difficult to sell good things. You have to go door to door to sell a good thing, to sell a good virtue. But it is so easy to sell anything which is not good, which is bad. You open a wine shop, people will come to your doors. You try and selling a good virtue, you have to go door to door. That's exactly the situation of hydro. Now, therefore, the importance of what the gentleman said earlier, that the goodness of hydro must be communicated, must be propagated. And I therefore, while dropping a challenge to the technocracy, ask the great organizations in hydro, NHPC, THDC, BBMB, SJVNL, as to what are they doing to communicate to the public about the goodness of hydro. Have they created an institute for communicating? Have they run programs of communication through the media, both print and electronic? Have they taken efforts to communicate to the publics through meetings, through gatherings? Gentlemen, therefore, there is a need to create a forum for communicating on the goodness of hydro to the ordinary public. Talking within these four walls, writing within this I doesn't help. Therefore, I ask these organizations who are flush with funds to create a body that shall communicate. That shall communicate for the purpose, not for the private. Not for getting yourself into a conference, not for getting yourself into a position of communication, or not for getting yourself into the proximity of the Prime Minister. Talking to me and you doesn't help. If you create a powerful communication with the publics and the public opinion arises and resonates, the politician shall pay a heed to it. That's the need to communicate. I said about the assessment, there is a need for a whole new look, and the CEA must become a little more than technical. It must become a body that understands the social implications, the economics, the one which draws attention to the life cycle values, one which elaborates on the gains beyond power. So CA, together with these organizations, need to do a job which ought to be doing. Unfortunately, they are too busy finding out that you put 2 tons of extra concrete in the pouring of the dam rather than what needs to be educated to the public. There is also a need for innovation. A lot has been said by hydropower developers that we have problem in acquiring land. Put yourself in place of that farmer who has to give his farming land or the residential land to you for the project. For him, he comes first, the nation comes later. What have we done to provide him the farming land? There is a need for innovation. There is a need for sympathy, there is a need for empathy. There is a need for understanding. What we call in one word sensitivity. All the hydropower project sites have been acquiring land more than necessary. They've been building plush townships, great things, great fields. At the same time, they develop a lot of flat land by filling the muck into the muck dump area. Why can't more of such reclaimed land be created around hydropower project sites to provide a farming land, flat farming land for efficient farming to the farmers who give their land? Why can't those lands be properly consolidated, made flat, and within the same environment and envelope, you give that land to the farmers? And you sell them that, look, you are now cultivating on a terrace, on a slope, which is not safe, which is not efficient. You ought to do this on a plain land and do that. But when I talk to the bureaucrats and to the technocrats in the states and the government of India, they say, oh, we'll have to change the acts. But that's your job. That's what you are there for. You're not there as to sit as the British controller of the Indian resource, but you're there to facilitate and serve. You're not doing a job, as the Prime Minister said, as the most open and dynamic Indian. I mean Modi, M-O-D-I. He's the most open and dynamic Indian. And he said this on the Independence Day. So we ought to be innovating. The government servants need to serve. Gentlemen, this reminds me of a very sad state of our nation, which everybody has talked. And I want to ask, have we become independent? No. We still carry the British legacy, which was meant for exploiting the resources and the people of the state by controlling, coercing, or by converging them into the gains for the masters. We haven't changed. Perhaps we have seen a ray of independence on 16th of May. We ought to change. I am not going to sell a book here, but I would recommend all of you to read the most criticized book called One Life is Not Enough by Natwar Singh. It's a brilliant book in which he says that the British system has been replaced by the Indians who were educated in England or America, and they carry the same mind of accounting, same mind of marketing, and the same kind of control mindset. And then he said, the ICCS, which those days used to be a joke, that was neither Indian nor civil nor service. The same continues in a different form, the IAS. And 80% of them admit, when you talk to them private, that look, we can't do much. As I said I noticed in one of my experiences, when the Chief Secretary of the State told that the Chief Minister has got him by tail, and he has got him by, and they all keep moving in a circle. Gentlemen, the system needs to change. And it will only change when I and you want it to change. When I and you do our jobs right, we don't see ourselves as the controller, but the facilitators and the creators. We don't want organizations to grandize ourselves, but we want organizations to serve the organizations that mean. Gentlemen, now getting back to what hydro is, why hydro has suffered. I've been watching this, what today's MBAs and the businessmen will say, this is space in the Indian economy for 22 years. NHPC was created in the year 1976. Until today, that is about, 40 years of its existence, you added capacity of 5,000 only. 40 years is too long a time.